Rolling? Okay. All right. Oh man, my screen's dirty. Hang on. There we go. A couple of days ago, I was working on Melissa's bike. I was putting this new Sedona rear tire on, and I was having some real problems getting it to mount back up, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Well, I learned a few things that I think you might find very valuable that are not a common thing to notice or look at, but one of the problems that it can cause was a problem I was having. Let me show you. Something to look at periodically. The rear brake caliper has pins. They're greased. These little rubber things right here are just over a lip. You could take off the tire. I can't. Oh, there you can kind of see it moving. It should move. If it's not moving, your pins are locked up. They need to be lubricated. There's two pins. There's one here on the front of the caliper and one in the back right here. This is the back half, the rubber piece. It's just a boot. Just keeps water and stuff out, right? But if you take the wheel off, take off your rear brake shark fin, which I was having problems with mine rubbing. This should have been a clue, but I don't know if you can see the scratches right there where the bolts from the brake disc right here were rubbing down there on the inside of the shark fin. And it was 100% because this caliper was not floating on its torque shear pins. Well, they're actually called torque pins. So next time you have your rear tire off, make sure that there's play on these, that you can slide it. The whole caliper should slide back and forth on those torque pins with the disc out of the caliper and the wheel off. If it doesn't, no problem. Just take the caliper off, leave the cable on, take the caliper off, twist it up on its side, peel back that boot right there, and it just slips over like a little over center rib or ridge on the bolt or the pin. Get a little WD-40 in there and add a little grease, slip it back over, work it back and forth so the pin is free, and then reinstall everything. And I could not do this with Melissa's bike, and I could not understand why. I couldn't figure it out. The only thing I could figure is that the shark fin was out of tolerances in their manufacturing process. That's not the case at all. It was that I was an idiot, didn't know any better. I do now. Torque pins on your brake caliper. Make sure they're lubricated. Anyway, if you come across that problem, you'll know why. And that's probably something you should check every time you take your rear tire off. Same with the front. I checked their front ones and mine after, because I was like, what in the heck is going on? Oh, you know what? Yeah, right here. There it is right there. Hers are moving. You can kind of, doesn't move very much because it's mounted. Everything's connected, but there's a shear pin here, or a torque pin right there. And back in there is where the little accordion rubber thing is. This is just the rubbery part that sticks out the back. And then there's another shear pin right here. So here and here on your front brake, and you should be able to move it. Probably wouldn't hurt to lubricate those with some WD-40 once a season or whatever. Anyhow, oh, this is before and after. There's the before, and that's the after. I haven't done Melissa's bike yet. Hers are coming in the mail hopefully today. Anyway, 5-minute video all about nothing. See ya.